initially I was going to type out my comments, but I figured out I'm lazy. So here we are. I already watched this. I actually watched Scraped Wound with my sister. She's 6, and we were talking about bandages, which is related. And I was telling her bandages are good to keep out infection, but you don't want to keep it too long because bacteria can grow around it. And I told her you can take off the Band-Aid because your body makes its own Band-Aid. I was talking about blood clotting, and she was like, what? Your body makes its own Band-Aid? And I was like, yes. And she's like, how do they do that? And I was about to try to explain it to her when I was like, wait, there's an episode. So I didn't show her the bloody parts when they were killing the bacteria, but I did show her the part where they were putting the fibrin over the hole. So let's go through this episode and see what I liked and didn't like. Oh, there are the cute little platelets. These are the platelets, the clotters. They're very, very, very cute. So those are their coagulation factors. They like attach to the fibrin, I don't know. And then this is the fibrin in the box, and they are having trouble with the stairs. This is not really biology related, but it's so cute. Here they unbox the fibrin, and they wash it. I don't know what significance that has in the real biological world, but I think it has a parallel. That's what they show the fibrin as. I'm guessing it's a fibery substance. They use it to cover the hole. And it's sticky too. This is what is shown to be a scrape on the skin, and I think all of us have gotten scraped once or a couple times. Like, I've definitely gotten scraped playing outside, and it usually doesn't hurt very much. But I was surprised when I watched this episode how big of a deal it was, because obviously the cells are very tiny compared to the big us, and a tiny scrape for us is like an explosion for them. So let's watch. They see light, and they're right next to the epidermis. It's like a nuclear explosion, and they see light. I felt that was a cool observation that she made. And then the blood gets sucked out because of gravity, and the hole was so big too. Yeah, here, they're getting sucked in. I thought that was really cool, because when blood comes out, that's technically blood's getting sucked out. A bunch of bacteria comes in through the hole, which is what happens when there's a abrasion in the skin. Bacteria come in, and they're not even the same germ. They're very varied because they're coming from out of everywhere. She comes in later in another episode, Staphylococcus aureus. She makes a big grape thing, I think. There are a bunch of other ones, and they have their own problems and complications. This is showing how your body deals with those first pathogens. They're running and leaving, and then there's a valve which keeps them from going in the opposite direction. And I think this is supposed to be blood pressure or something. I don't know. This is accurate because it shows the underappreciation of our white blood cells. They like save us a lot of the time. Like right here. They save our lives every day. They kill so many bacteria that just come in. It's only the ones that slip through that cause infection. Vasoconstriction, right here. Constriction means it like blocks off certain areas, I think. Bad, but I find this kind of funny, right here. What is L-selectin? I wish we knew what that was, because I feel like that's something. The abrasion. After the initial wave, there's a lot more bacteria that come in. So that's why it's important to clot the blood as soon as possible, and why Band-Aids are important as well, I think, to stop bleeding and stop this. I don't know how effective Band-Aids are in stopping new bacteria from coming in. But here, let's get to the part with the clotting. Platelets are underappreciated because I feel like no one knows what they are, but they really do save us from bleeding out, which is important. This is cute though. I wonder what GP1B is, like actually. There are the coagulation factors. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So the GP1B thing. This is the fibrin and the coagulation factors. They attach the coagulation factors. I heard this is not, I read the science blog. This is not exactly how they do it. It's like a chain of proteins that are activated on each other that activate the fibrin. But basically, the fibrin is like a net that covers up the hole. So they block new bacteria and germs from getting in, which helps the immune system to kill off those that are left. Right there. So here the final bacteria is wiped out after they got their things plugged, and they didn't have extra. Also, they said no risk of falling, so it also helps with that. And it actually clots it. That's why the blood kind of dries on here. So it shows the cells sticking to the fibrin. And then, yeah, right there. Explanation. Right. Secondary hemostasis. And they're kind of squished in there. I actually don't know what happens to the cells after they're clotted. Or I didn't even know they stayed alive. I thought they died. When the clot dries, are the cells still alive? I don't know. Is the scab, are they dead blood cells? I thought they were dead blood cells holding up there. Because obviously in the anime, these cells get released again. You know, with white blood cell and red blood cell that they come again. So I don't know.